Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt, and tonight I'm telling you my top 5 favorite bourbons at the moment. Before we get into my top 5 favorite bourbons, I need to tell you a little story. And this story is about a little website called intotheam.com. Intotheam.com is your go-to place for some of the most comfortable, breathable, wearable, and lovable clothing products on the internet. If you're a fan of being comfortable, then you'd feel pretty comfortable at intotheam.com, where they have some of the most comfortable clothes on the planet. Click the link in the description below and you'll get transported over to intotheam.com/ADHD, where they're running a Father's Day sale until the 20th of June. That gives you a couple days to take advantage of one of their best deals. Their graphic tees, like this comfy son of a bee, 3 for $55, which is a steal for a shirt this comfortable. Use code ADHD at checkout, and you'll save an additional 10% on your order. Thank you intotheam.com for your continued support and for sponsoring this video. And thank you viewers for clicking on the link in the description below and buying some sweet ass Father's Day gifts. Now that I've talked about my favorite clothing company, let's talk about my favorite bourbon whiskeys. Just to preface this video a little bit, this top 5 list is not my top favorite bourbons I've ever tried, or my top favorite bourbons of all time, or my top favorite bourbons that I think I would like. This list is the top 5 bourbons that are my favorite that I currently have. My number 5 favorite bourbon that I own at the moment will always be on this list because I will always own a bottle of it. And although this isn't the best batch I've ever had, it's still Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. And I absolutely love Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. This is like coming home to your lover, and your lover is like super hot, like 123.2 proof, 123.6 proof. Sorry babe, you're hotter than I thought. You come home to your hot honey, and she's just there, and she just loves you hard and heavy, which is good because you're heavy. And by you, I mean me. I will always have Elijah Craig Barrel Proof on my list of favorite bourbons, unless of course I acquire much better bourbons. Number 4 on my list of favorite bourbon whiskeys that I currently own. Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery Series. This unopened bottle is Series 3, which I believe could be my favorite. If it's not Series 3, it's Series 4. I friggin' love this stuff. I know what you're thinking, Matt, you're a shill. Bardstown Bourbon Company's paying you off. They're not. Spoiler alert, they're not. They paid me money previously in the form of a ginormic check, but currently not getting paid. Series 1, delicious. Series 2, friggin' delicious. Series 3, what the heck, delicious. Series 4, slap you around and spin you upside down and slap your bottom from the top, delicious. I can't wait. I can't wait to drink all of you. Just love it. Love every second of it. My problem is once I open it, it's gone in probably 7 minutes, because that's just how I do. It's just how I do. Isn't that right, kangaroo? By the way, sorry I look like an overgrown badger. I need a haircut and a beard trim, something fierce. Thanks for hanging in there with me and not unsubscribing because I look like a homeless person who found a comb. And 600,000 calories. Number 3 on my list of favorite bourbons I currently own is a freaky bird who's out past midnight. Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 9. This has been one of my favorite bottles for a couple years now. It is glorious. I don't even know what to say about this other than blueberries and spice and everything nice. It's like you woke up drunk in the middle of a blueberry field, wondering where the heck you're at and why the heck you wandered into a blueberry field slammered. This bottle was a gift from Dan and Julie Like. If you don't know anything about Dan and Julie Like, let me tell you a little bit about them. Don't go near them, they're mine. They're my best friends, stay away. And I love them with every tiny bit of this ginormic, continental-sized heart. They are legendary and super amazing. Number 2, 3 legends of the bourbon community, DC, Dan Like, and Julie Like, all went in and purchased me a housewarming gift. And they sent it to me in the form of a rectangular son of a bitch with wood on the front of it. This old Charter Oak French oak is no joke. As a matter of fact, it's not funny at all. It's borderline super serious business because it tastes and smells so darn good. It's 92 proof and comes from the Buffalo Trace Distillery. It comes in a sweet-shaped bottle with real French oak on the front of it. And if it's not real French oak, could have fooled me. This bottle is the epitome of some of the best Buffalo Trace bourbon you will ever find. I absolutely adore it. And for it being only 92 proof, that's saying something because I'm a high-proofed hooker. And this bottle is my clientele. The nose on this Charter Oak, super sweet and inviting and lovely. The palate, super Buffalo Trace, sweet, oaky goodness. The finish on this bourbon is what I would consider to be maybe its strongest point. It's like you swallow it and then you enjoy. And it's so lovely. It's like the longest, most sensual relationship you've ever had. And then it's gone. And then it comes back, like that ex-girlfriend who found out you were banging her mom. Comes back hard and fierce and strong and feisty. And you're like, where the heck did that come from? And she's like, I know what you did and I'm not leaving for a while. It's just not going away. That brings us to number 1. My absolute favorite bottle here in Matt's garage of bourbon and love making. But mostly bourbon. This 96 proof Heaven Hill masterpiece was a gift from a masterpiece himself, Jack Johnson. Parker's Heritage Promise of Hope. What an amazing bourbon. It's got a Four Roses cork in it. This bottle is double sentimental, not only because it was a gift from Jack Johnson, but because it was a single barrel that was hand-selected by Parker Beam while battling ALS. If you're ever lucky enough to get the chance to try Parker's Heritage Promise of Hope, absolutely do it. You won't be disappointed. This is by far the best bourbon I've ever tasted under 100 proof. It is full of flavor, full of viscosity, amazing, amazing pour. I started this list thinking these are just my favorite bottles, but turns out that some of these bottles are attached to a lot of memories as well, which is kind of what bourbon's about. Memories and friends and making new friends and sharing and telling stories and just absolutely loving everything that the world of bourbon brings to us as a community and as friends. Bourbon isn't just a liquid to taste and enjoy, but a liquid to share and love and tell stories and make friends. It all boils down to that. It's a social lubricant and it's history and it's America. Friggin' America. If you've made it this far, hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. What are your current favorite 5 bottles that you own? Tell me in the comments below. My name is Matt, this is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on getting a haircut before you get mistaken for somebody who's not your wife's husband. Or maybe just for a sack of garbage that's sitting out on the lawn. Get a haircut before you start fooling yourself in the mirror. Get a haircut before your children wonder if you're running out of money. Get a haircut before your brand new shampoo bottle's empty tomorrow. Get a haircut before your mother calls and asks if everything is all right. Get a haircut before somebody asks to pet you. Get a haircut before you start to wonder what your mugshot would look like. Get a haircut before you're afraid to go to the barber shop asking for a haircut because you're afraid that they'll just quit.